I'm with a close personal friend of mine, and this man is fantastic. He's the only person I know that I've worked with, I've seen in comics, that can digitally color his stuff, and when he does it by hand, it looks just like a computer works. That's crazy. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell me about you.
Mason Easley. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
How long have you been doing comics,
My
Mason?
entire life.
No.
Since before I can remember. That's a long time.
Long time. So you can see we have a lot of his work up here. And, what are some of your inspirations when you're drawing your books?
Anime, manga, movies. I would say mainly I grew up on Voltron and Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
So and honestly, Batman, the anime series, and X-Men.
Oh yeah.
You know, the early '90s stuff before it went to crap. So so all that stuff really influenced how I draw and what I do. So.
What was the moment you knew that this is what you wanted to do with your life? Was it a cartoon? Was it a comic book? Was it a mentor?
Honestly, two sources.
Oh, okay, all right.
The first source is my uncle.
Okay.
He's an artist as well. Dave, you listening, man? You're too cheap to come out here, hang out with us. That's cool. But beyond that, fantastic artist, told me everything I knew. Gave me a big love for comics up to this day. And the second one was X-Men by Jim Lee. X-Men 257. Wolverine slashing up on the Mandarin. That was it.
Wolverine got me into comics too.
That was it, man.
I've known this guy all this time, and I didn't know we had that connection.
Man, that blew my mind when I was a kid. So, I mean, back in high school and middle school, I would put the X-Men in my, in my chamber keeper, and carry it around with me, and just look at it as I'm walking down the hallways. I loved it. It blew my mind, changed my life forever. And an entire run from X-Men 57 all the way up to, when he left to do Wildcats. That was it. I was done, man. And then, Image and Wildstorm, that was it for me, man. So that was really what, really, started my passion for drawing. I never stopped. So, but even before then, though, I was always doodling. I would draw Voltron.
Yeah.
I would draw Transformers. I would draw G.I. Joe. So, but it was that Jim Lee run on X-Men that kind of put me in the right direction.
So, you as an artist, I know you're both good at the hands-on and you're good at digital. What format do you prefer?
Wow, it really depends, honestly. Digital has its advantages because you can make mistakes and correct them really easily. They're easier to print. I can take an image and take it, right from the screen to the printer and be done with it. Whereas with, like an original image, you have to find a scanner, you gotta make sure it's scanned correctly, you gotta make sure it's cropped right. If you make a mistake, it's over, it's done, you gotta do it all over again. So the computer has its advantages. But I still like doing original work, to keep my skills up. Because, granted, it takes skill to do computer stuff, but you can get kind of lazy if you keep doing computer stuff too much. That Control Z is a wonderful handicap. It's like, oh, our face is messed up, Control Z. It's, when you're really drawing, you don't have the Control Z. So I think it's good to keep, kind of both of them in practice, so you know what you're doing, keep your skills up. So honestly, it depends on what I'm doing. For comics, I prefer digital. If I'm doing a poster, I prefer original, just because it's a lot more. Something about drawing computer for a long time can make you kind of crazy. Yeah. Whereas if you do original, it's a lot faster, it's a lot sleeker. It's it's just like an emotion thing. It's hard to explain. So it really depends on what I'm doing.
All right. Well, as we close out, is there anything that you're working on right now you want to let everybody know to go check out, or a website or anything like that? I
had a website closed down because the host is a douchebag. So there's no website anymore. Check me out at masoneasley.deviantart.com. Currently working on my 5th issue of Psychosocial Guide. I've worked on that for 7 years now, so hopefully that'll be done pretty soon because it's been a long time. And just art in general. So check me out, masoneasley.deviantart.com, and that's where you'll see my latest updates about what content I'm going to be at and what work I'm doing right now. Okay?
All right, well, thank you very much. I'm glad you could be on the show.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
There we go.
Yep.
This is the stuff. This is FS, and we're going to keep giving you this coverage. We've got a lot more to give you, so stay tuned.
See ya.